Hey everybody, I'm Chase Kennard, a NASM certified personal trainer here at Montgomery County Family YMCA. I'm here to give you some info about our new InBody 570 scale. I'm super excited to have this scale here at RY. It gives us the ability to fine-tune a wellness program for anyone that decides to get measured using the InBody scale. Let's dive right in and see what the InBody can do for you. First off, the InBody scale uses bioimpedance analysis, or BIA, which is a valuable tool for measuring your body composition, the measurement of body fat in relation to lean body mass. It can play an important role in a comprehensive health and nutrition assessment. Now, why is body composition important to your health? Well, a normal balance of body fat to lean body mass is associated with good health and longevity. Excess fat in relation to lean body mass, a condition known as altered body composition, can greatly increase your risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and more. BIA enables early detection of an improper balance in your body composition, which allows for earlier intervention and prevention. BIA also provides the measurement of fluid and body mass that can be a critical assessment tool for your current state of health. BIA serves to measure your progress as you work towards improving your health. Improving your BIA measurement or maintaining a healthy BIA measurement can help keep your body functioning properly for healthy aging and reduced risk of illness. With your BIA results, we can recommend a personalized dietary plan, nutritional supplements, and exercise to help support optimal health and well-being for a lifetime. Now, how does BIA work? Well, it's a much more sophisticated program than your bathroom scale, but just as painless and almost as quick. BIA is a simple procedure performed in a matter of minutes with the help of a computerized analysis. Measurements are taken with the InBody 570. The analyzer calculates your tissue and fluid compartments using an imperceptible electrical current passing through pads at your feet and hands. Lean tissue, which is over 70% water, is a good conductor of electrical current. Fatty tissue, which is low in water, is not a good conductor. Therefore, the resistance to flow of electrical current measured by the analyzer can be used to calculate the body composition. Optimal body fat ranges from 15 to 25% for women and 10 to 20% for men. Now, let's take a look at a results sheet and see what we can learn from that. So the first section we're going to look at on the InBody results sheet is the body composition analysis section. Now, this section shows body weight, which is the sum of body fat mass and lean body mass. Lean body mass, also known as fat-free mass, is composed of dry lean muscle and total body water. Dry lean mass accounts the amount of protein and minerals in your body. Total body water consists of intracellular water and extracellular water. Intracellular water is the total amount of water within the body cells, and extracellular water is the total amount of water outside of the body cells. Total body water increases as lean body mass increases. The total body water increases with lean body mass since muscle retains approximately 73% of water, while fat only retains approximately 10% of water. The intracellular water value is associated with anabolic processes, more lean body mass, improved nutrient retention use, and overall cellular health and integrity. Extracellular water may indicate excess body fat or inflammation and water retention related to trauma, injury, toxicity, or malnutrition. Okay, the next section we're going to look at on the InBody results sheet is the muscle fat analysis section. Now, if you notice, there's a down-facing arrow, a dash, and an upwards-facing arrow. Now, the down-facing arrow represents an under normal range, whereas the dash represents normal range, and the upwards-facing arrow represents over normal range. Now, these measurements give us ranges that allow us to compare your results against a broad spectrum average. So if you look at this person's first section here, which is their body weight is a little bit above normal, but not too much. So it wouldn't take them very much to get them in the normal range here, which is 85 to 115%. The next section we have is skeletal muscle mass. Now, this person has a quite above normal range of skeletal muscle mass, which is great because skeletal muscle mass is the amount of muscle attached to the bones, muscle that is most easily affected through exercise. The last number here is the body fat mass. Now, this person's body fat mass is in the normal range, which is great because you don't want a whole lot of body fat mass. Body fat mass is the sum of subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, and fat surrounding muscles. Subcutaneous fat is found beneath the skin, while visceral fat is found surrounding internal organs in the abdomen. The purpose of this part is to compare your skeletal muscle mass and body fat mass. The longer the skeletal muscle mass bar is compared to the body fat mass bar, the stronger the body is. So this person is relatively strong. Now, if you notice, if we drew a straight line and then went down here, we could almost form a D. Now, a D shape indicates a strong body type. A skeletal muscle mass is higher than the weight and body fat mass. Now, if the skeletal muscle mass was less than the weight and body fat mass, it would form a C. Now, a C shape indicates a weak body type because the skeletal muscle mass is lower than body fat mass. If these were all the same, it would form an I. An I shape indicates a normal body type as weight, skeletal muscle mass, and body fat mass are proportionally even. Next, we're going to look at the obesity analysis section. Now, this section covers BMI, or body mass index, and PBF, percent body fat. Now, the BMI normal range is 18.5 to 24.9, and this person's a little above BMI. BMI can be used as an indicator of potential health problems, but it's not the most accurate because it refers to an obesity classification that only uses height and weight, whereas percent body fat is much more accurate because it's based on the muscle to fat ratio. So although this person's BMI is a little higher than normal, it's not the most accurate way of determining whether or not someone's healthy. The PBF is in the normal range. It's almost in the ideal percentage because for females it's 18 to 28% for PBF, and ideal being 23. So as you can see, this person is almost ideal percentage as far as percent body fat. Moving right along, we're going to take a look at the segmental lean analysis section next. Now, segmental lean analysis evaluates whether the muscles are adequately developed in the body. It shows how much lean muscle mass is in each segment of the body. The trunk section refers to the torso, including the chest, abdomen, back, and lower back. The top bar compares your actual amount of lean muscle mass to your ideal weight derived from your height. The numeric value at the end of the top bar is the actual pounds of lean muscle mass in that segment. The length of the bar shows you whether your actual amount of lean muscle mass is under normal or over the amount of lean muscle mass ideal for a person of your height who weighs the ideal weight. So as you notice, this person's trunk is a little above that area, that section, but it wouldn't take a whole lot to fall back in line with this normal range here for that person. The bottom bar shows you the percentage of lean muscle mass compared to your own weight. The value at the end of this bar is derived from dividing the segment's lean muscle mass by your weight. The length of the bar shows you whether the amount of lean muscle mass in each segment is under normal or over the amount needed to sustain your weight. So this person is just a little bit above the area that would be needed to sustain their weight as well. Now, if we drew a vertical line to compare the length of the bars to reveal symmetry issues, we would see that, for example, the right arm and the left arm are pretty symmetrical to each other, and the right leg and the left leg are pretty symmetrical to each other as well. But the right arm and left arm are stronger. There's more muscle mass in the right and left arm compared to the right and left leg. So there'd be a little bit of a symmetry issue between right arm, and right leg, left leg. This means that the legs are a little bit weaker than the arms. ECW TBW analysis section shows us the ratio of extracellular water, or ECW, to the total body water, or TBW. It's an important indicator of whether your body water is balanced. An optimal ratio of ECW TBW is 0.380, which is right here in the middle. The normal range falls between 0.360 and 0.390. So as you can see, this person is in the normal range. If the ratio is closer to 0.360, which this person is, it means you have more intracellular water, lean body mass, and retention of water, nutrients, and cells. On the other hand, if the ratio falls closer to 0.390, you have more extracellular water, fat mass, and inflammation, water retention, and dehydration. If the ratio exceeds 0.400, this is when we're going to tell you to consult your physician. because there is possibly some inflammation issues or an excess of extracellular water that could be surrounding internal organs. Athletes, or those who with an excess of muscle mass, tend to have a lower ration of ECW-TBW ratio, closer to 0.360. Therefore, the ECW-TBW ratio can be a good indication of your health and needs to be consistently monitored. The section at the bottom here is the body composition history section. Now, this section is just a way for us to keep track of your weight, skeletal muscle mass, PBF, and ECW-TBW, and track it over time and see if we're moving in the right direction or not. Next is the segmental fat analysis section here. Now, this shows us how many pounds or percentage of fat are in each section: right arm, trunk, right leg, and left leg. The percentage at the end of the bar graph compares actual with ideal. For example, the trunk section shows 160.2%, which means this individual has 60% more fat in the trunk compared to the ideal person at that height. So this is another way to show us which section you might want to work on a little bit more than others. The next number here is the basal metabolic rate. Now, traditionally, many companies use the Harris-Benedict equation to estimate a person's caloric needs. The equation uses gender, age, height, weight, and lean body mass to determine basal metabolic rate. Some also use the Mifflin-St. Jeor method, which closely resembles an equation similar to BMI. The InBody uses John J. Cunningham's equation, which only uses lean body mass to estimate caloric needs over a 24-hour period at absolute rest. So, from this example, the results show that the user will burn 1,598 kcals within 24 hours at rest. This number can be used to determine the daily amount of calories a person needs to consume to lose fat or gain muscle mass. So this number gives us a great indicator of how to lose weight or gain muscle mass. The visceral fat level section refers to an estimated level of abdominal fat that is known to be closely related to cardiovascular diseases. Normally, this measurement is usually found by a CT scan and shown as visceral fat mass or area with units of kilogram or centimeters squared. Level 10 is 100 centimeters squared of visceral fat, which is normal. So this person is in the normal range. They have a lower risk of cardiovascular issues. Anything above a 10 would be considered high risk. The lower the visceral fat level, the healthier the individual is. The final section on the InBody results sheet is SMI. SMI refers to skeletal muscle index and is calculated by dividing appendicular lean mass by height squared. Now, this section helps us to identify muscle mass and frailty risk and issues such as sarcopenia. We can use this section to track body composition changes and to watch for muscle wasting and risk of impaired mobility. So as you can see, the InBody scale can be a great tool in developing a healthier you.